As many of you know, I think out of all of the shows in politics, we may be the most swatted of 2022.
Yeah.
Six so far. The latest incident that we're dealing with now, the bomb squad, surprise to me. I go outside and I see a bunch of vehicles pulling up, and then I see a guy get out. And he's got a shirt that says bomb squad on it, and I was like, "Oh, the bomb squad's at my house."
Huh.
And I can't say exactly what happened.
No boom? No boom.
No boom today. Boom tomorrow. There's always a boom tomorrow.
We've discussed this before, and it's come up again. Now, we don't have a lot of information because some of that information is being held by the authorities. The people involved in this are not putting too much out. They were told not to discuss this. But, I have to say one thing. There are people out there that don't want you to hear the truth. Understand that. They have their own beliefs. This is what I call the Twitter mob, the Reddit mob. These are the Puritans that are out there that don't want to discuss these things and think that what they believe, what they push out is the truth, that they are the arbiters of truth, and no one else can say anything to basically object to what they're doing or to bring it into a conversation, into debating these issues in front of a crowd. And the reason we bring this up is Tim Pool again. He's been swatted multiple times. And, we said this when, the law enforcement need to step this up. They need to step up the game. Well, somebody stepped up the game, and this is what happened. And we're still, as they say, digesting what has happened. The other night, Tim Pool had a bomb scare. The bomb squad show up. The federal authorities have shown up. We are in a situation now that, people who are on this platform are being attacked dangerously, very dangerously. And I put that in exclamation points for a reason. To call a bomb scare in, and supposedly now we can't confirm or deny the situation, but supposedly there is a package involved. Supposedly, whether that's true or not, we don't have that information at this time. By the time you hear this, things may have changed. But the situation is you have people out there that don't want to hear other people's opinions. We have the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Understand this. There are those who are teaching people in schools that basically that doesn't matter. That basically we should not have this. That when someone talks something else, it's misinformation. Misinformation by whom? Things can be debated. I mean, here's the situation. You're watching this on Odyssey. There are things that I can't even discuss on YouTube that I can discuss here. But the thing about it is, there are words, there are things that I just cannot say because basically it will shadow ban me from the algorithm. Why should I be shadow banned for saying things that basically is my opinion? I may have the facts. I may have every piece of evidence in the world. I could have thousands of hours of video proving my opinion. But yet I have people and companies politicians, the media, Hollywood telling me that I'm wrong. That I basically handing out misinformation. See, this is exactly what happened in Germany back in the 40s. This is how this escalated outward. And what happened. Because when you hide the truth, people die. Okay? Understand that. Understand that. People get hurt, people die, things happen. And this is where we're getting to a point. It's getting to a point where being a YouTuber is becoming dangerous. And I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that straight out. How many bomb scares have you heard at CNN or MSNBC or ABC or CBS? I can recall, when that CNN attack by the Antifa, that's the last time I saw something close to that nature. Other than the Ryson situation, which we had a while back, the basically, situations back in the day, back in the 70s, during the time when we had groups like the FALN and others that were trying to put their message out by bombing buildings and institutions and stuff like that, and the fucked up thing about it is this is the same people from back then that are doing this today. Do you understand that? The people may have, the players may have changed a bit, but it's the same old box with the same old ribbon on it. And this is a constant. I hear situations from other YouTubers and when, we talk on Twitter and other places that, they're worried as well. Who's going to be next? Who's going to speak out next and say like, hey, listen, I got attacked to the situation because somebody sent me, this in the mail on there. It's the reason why we haven't even put up a P.O. box yet. Because I know some people say, well, we don't want to send you. No. Best thing to do, if anything, if you want to help support us and anything to that nature, and you like to send us things and stuff like that, like everybody else does, best thing to do, merch shop, PayPal, or the super chats here on Odyssey. That's all right now at the moment. Because you don't know what's going to come across that post office on there. Yes, they do have features where they could probably find that situation, but you never know how they may sneak one by. It has gotten to that point. It's scary. It is really scary. And, Tim didn't want to talk about it. And they said, well, we can't talk about it because it just adds to them that basically they'll continue to do it. If you don't talk about them, they do escalate it. They do escalate it. See, that's the problem. It's a double-edged sword. It's basically damned if you do, damned if you don't. They're going to continue escalating the situation. Now, supposedly feds are involved in this time around, from what I understand. And I guess they're after multiple people, from what I understand. This is there's a lot there's a lot of things that are happening as far as this investigation goes. I hope Tim beefs up security, and I'll tell you that for a fact that he should beef up his security on there. I mean, you're probably going to have to add armed guards. You're probably going to end up walking like freaking, Alex Jones. Look at the entourage Alex Jones brings in with him these days, and most of that is security. People don't realize is that we all have a voice in this community, in this country. And those who label this misinformation, all that, don't respect the Constitution. If you don't respect the Constitution, you don't like that flag above on there, go move somewhere else. Go live somewhere else that you basically, that has what you want, the rules that you want. And you're going to find out. And you're going to find out harshly the rules that you want is not the rules that they'll give you in those countries. And and let me tell you, for those of you who've criticized Tim Pool on the comments line, I understand you don't like Tim Pool. That I can understand. But nobody deserves what he's getting. Whether it's Tim Pool or the Young Turks, it doesn't matter. Nobody should be getting bomb scares. Nobody should be swatted to this situation. People have died, and I've said this before. People have been dying from swatting events. Okay, this is not a one-time issue. There are people out there to get Tim Pool, and the thing about it is, why Tim Pool directly? Why Tim Pool? Why not Alex Jones? Why not Steven Crowder? Why not? I'm beginning to wonder why. Because and the thought is that Tim Pool brings from both sides. He doesn't care who he brings on the show. If you're on the left, if you're on the right, if you're in the center, he wants to bring people on all sides to debate on his show, and that's the right thing to do. That's what the news used to be. That's what the Sunday shows were a long time ago. Debates between people. Bill Maher has seen the light already. He said, "Well, no, I've always been." No, Bill, you're starting to return back to the way you were when you were on ABC. Because basically, all of this garbage bullshit can be stopped very easily. One, enforce the rules. Go after these people hard. These are not political fighters. These are people who are infestate. How can I put this? They're infesting with damaged minds what they think is right. And they are totally in the wrong.